Sometimes I just wonder how life could be if we are not met with challenges. Because personally, I've been going through a lot that I feel like I can share with you, but at the same time, I feel like what I just wanted to share with you is very much personal. But me having to be open and honest with my message, I feel like a lot of people can really resonate with me, and not only that, they get to learn from how I've managed to juggle my way out of what I've been going through personally. So when I mean about personal stuff that I feel like I shouldn't share with you, but at the same time I still feel like I should share with you, it's things that a lot of people or a lot of you or the person watching this video is most likely having to go through or have went through. So which is why I feel like it can resonate with my message. The point that I'm trying to make with this YouTube video, me having to record this YouTube video, is that there's so much that you feel like you should have done right. There's so much that you feel like you could have done it in a better way. There is so many things that you still feel like you should have said them in a much polite way. And not only that, you get to realize that the things that you have said cannot be reversed, especially when you say it to the next person, whether good or bad or even the ugly. But the most exciting part about life, or one thing I like about life, it is that it gives everyone a very much or a fair chance to try to correct their mistakes. And once it gives you that chance, you just have to focus more on the good. That's how I view life. That's my whole perception of life that I still feel like a lot of people should apply, which is why me having to go through what I went through for the past year, I feel like it was very necessary, because I've learned so much from the situations or the life events that took place in my life. And I think it was necessary for those things to happen. Because why am I saying this? Is simply because, have I not gone through what I've went through, I should have been stuck in the very same place. Just because I went through what I went through, I became a better version of myself. Mentally, emotionally, I've learned to handle things in a more matured way than I used to. And I've learned so much from life to a point where I felt like there is so much that I could do to change the whole situation. But at the same time, this situation is very necessary. I had to go through what I went through, which is why I still feel like I deserved what I went through, whether good, the bad, and the ugly. And like I said, the most exciting part about what I went through is having to learn those lessons that came with those events or those life situations that I feel like every one of us, or each and every one of you, is most likely to go through or have went through. The pain, sleepless nights, sometimes you feel like things won't change, you still feel like you're cornered, there is no way out. But one thing I can tell you is that life just happens the way it's supposed to. There is a saying that goes like, life itself follows the script written by destiny, whether you like it or not. The good, the bad, and also the ugly is going to happen, whether you're prepared or not. It's just a way of life. It is just how life is. And if we try to run away from those kind of situations, we simply mean that we resist growth. We don't want to grow, because growth comes from those kind of situations that prepares you for the next version of yourself. Because I feel like currently what's holding you back, it's having to stick to the current version of you. And if you stick to that version of you, you are simply resisting or not allowing or not giving a room for the possible version of you, by you having to evolve, by going through whatever you had to go through. Which is why I feel like it's very necessary. The bad and the ugly, the good they are much necessary for growth, because growth comes from change. But if those situations that do not change you, or if those situations do not teach you lessons, you won't grow. Which is why I say that growth comes from failure, it comes from pain, it comes from setbacks, it comes from losses sometimes. Even though I know we sometimes take losses the hard way, and I feel like that's necessary for growth, for you to change. Sometimes you're bound to change, whether you like it or not. Sometimes it's coming from a place of hardship that I feel like is there for a reason, and that reason is for the greater purpose, for you to change, for you to evolve. Which is why I feel like it's very much necessary. Even though it's hard, sometimes it's very lonely. You find yourself facing whatever you are facing alone. There is no one to comfort you, because most of the things, they find us in comfort zones, in our place of comfort, where we feel like we have everything is settled, you have just paid your bills, everything is just working out, you're happy at your happiest moments. But for it to unfold the way it's supposed to, it needs to find you in your comfort space, in order of it not to destroy you, but to bring out the best possible version of what you may describe as comfort, of what you may describe as a soft life, of what you may describe as success. And once that happens, you just have to teach yourself that it's supposed to happen to you. No matter what you may feel, no matter what you may do, life itself just follows the script written by your destiny. Whether you like it or not, there is nothing you can change. It's supposed to happen that way, and it's happening for the right reasons. You just have to learn to understand, have a level of acceptance that really motivates you, and not only that, a level of acceptance that really puts you in a perfect space, that whatever happens doesn't destroy you, but it brings out the best possible version of you. That's growth, in my understanding. And growth comes from pain, like I said, comes from failures. That those failures, they must be turned into lessons, and those lessons must be turned into profits, must be turned into positive. It must be turned into the best part of, or the best moments of your life. And you shouldn't forget what you have went through. Understand that it happens for a reason, and that reason it serves a greater purpose. And that's my message for you all today. I'm not sure if you did happen to find value in my message, but if you did, just let me know in the comment section on what really have you picked up in this video. Also guys, for more life-changing information, there is a book titled To the Leader in You by myself, Duncan Mnisi. I will leave the link to the book on the description box. On that note, if you are new into this YouTube channel, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you haven't, and press the notification bell, so whenever I get to upload, you will be the first one to be notified. On that note, I'll see you guys on our next YouTube video. This is your boy Duncan Mnisi. I'll see you guys on the next one. Do not forget to subscribe.